Hello, my name is Andrew Scroy. This is my presentation regarding my final research proposal for Psychology 635 at Ashford University. Today is February 23rd, 2017. This PowerPoint is aimed at discussing my research proposal about risk assessment tools for probationers. I will lay out my research question is, why it is important, a literature review, a second literature review, and followed by my specific research design and approach. I will also discuss ethics. My research question is, are risk assessment tools a valid and accurate tool that can reduce recidivism? This is an important topic and research question because assessments are widely used in probation and parole, and people want to make sure that methods used are actually reducing recidivism. By doing this study, it will either support or refute past research. To be clear, recidivism is the likelihood of reoffending. The first literature review is on the Judge 2014 article. This article uses a qualitative research design. The study aimed at asking whether an assessment for sexually related crimes is valid and accurate. The research design utilized is a framework approach. The results showed it was accurate, but there were some indication that there were no critical answers, which may be bias. The second review is on the McSweeney 2009 article, which was also a qualitative article. This study was aimed at increasing knowledge of probation with alcohol-related probationers. This was done through surveys and in-depth interviews. Results indicated there are numerous reasons why it was not working, such as funding, procedures, and interventions. Both studies were qualitative and slightly negated each other. Also, there may have been bias in one review. By incorporating quantitative data, it can support or negate the qualitative or past data. My research design employs a mixed method approach. The qualitative design incorporates the IPA approach, while the quantitative data will incorporate descriptive research. The qualitative data will be gathered via interviews of 30 probation officers across 3 jurisdictions. They are the San Bernardino County, California Probation, Nevada Department of Public Safety Probation, and Mojave County, Arizona Probation. Here, the aim is to figure out what probation officers feel what works, what doesn't work, and better methods. To point out, all 3 of these jurisdictions border one another. The quantitative data will be gathered through descriptive research from police reports, court files, and probation case files. It will be from the previous jurisdiction mentioned, and probationers will be followed for 3 years. Here, an approximate total will be 100 probationers. Using a mixed method approach will help to support or refute past research. Future research should also be conducted. Ethically speaking, implied consent should be utilized to make sure that all participants are aware of the study and that they can refuse to participate. Also, make sure that bias is not included in study data, as in bias was mentioned earlier in this presentation. Here, the aim was to see if the assessments are valid and accurate. The literature came to different conclusions, but both were qualitative. Adding both qualitative and quantitative will either strengthen or weaken the research findings. Future research could be conducted. Will there be any questions?